One of the biggest problem I have is overthinking about my programs. And so I have a bad habit where, let's say I'm doing a program and I'm doing great for the first 3, 4 weeks because something is new and novel. And then let's say 4 or 5 months in later, I start hitting a wall. Maybe the weights are getting hard or something is hurting. Then I start to think to myself, like, oh, I need to switch this exercise, or I need to completely revamp my program and start over from scratch and do A and B. But the real answer is that I probably don't need to do that. I don't need to change my program. I don't need to throw the baby out with the water, so to speak. I just need to be consistent and stick with it and then make minor changes here and there. And so I don't want to call it program hopping, but well, it is program hopping, right? It's this constant need to optimize everything. And I think this is a problem with social media, where someone will say, oh, what is the best lower body exercise? Or if you could only do 3 or 4 exercises, what would it be? Or this and that. And there's nothing wrong with trying to be efficient with your limited time. I think that is important. Not everybody has 6 days a week to work out. Some people legitimately, they can only work out once or twice a week because maybe they're newborn parents or they have a business to run. So it makes sense that, hey, efficiency should be sought out. But there's sort of like a balance. There's that need to constantly over optimize something versus someone who just does anything without a plan in the world. And so obviously we need to be somewhere grounded in the middle. And I think for me personally, I have a solid idea of what my training should look like and what it should have, what kind of principles it should be involved with, right? And maybe it's just how I'm wired in nature, but sometimes I'll be doing this, like for example, I'll be doing this program and it's really just starting strength for those who don't know. But one thing that I encountered is my lower back was sort of aching and having a little pinch sensation, not during the squat itself, but just randomly. So my brain would just say, hey, throw out the entire thing and then do something else because you don't want to be injured. When in reality, the solution is more like, okay, what variation of the squat can we do? Can we go a wider stance, closer stance, box squat, maybe above parallel, or maybe you need to do more stretching, more warm up, more A, B, and C, or look at your technique, small changes, right? And I guess the point of this rambling is more that there is a balance between over optimizing what you like, being too efficient, and then just overthinking everything. And then there's the other side where it's like, hey, you're just kind of like dilly dallying around and just doing whatever under the sun. So, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. So, no real ending to that. All right, thanks, guys.